Okay. Know the financial return of your time. Um, Return on time is one of the metrics you have to drive. If you're allocating an hour of your time during the day, there's about 250 trading days. Markets open 8 hours per day, right? You have the weekend. The I was doing the math one. You probably have 50 hours per week to allocate to investing. Are you allocating 1 hour and getting paid thousands of dollars to be able to do so, right? Whether immediately or over time, right? You need to leverage that hour. There's a venerated investment teacher, in my opinion, other than Michael Mauboussin um, and Bill Miller, perhaps the best investment teacher, but he hates to be mentioned. But he has an example, and by the way, I heard it secondhand. And he says, you know, if you take 20 stocks and you give it to 10 portfolio managers, right? And you say to them, you're only allowed to use these 20 stocks, long and short. You wait a year, you come back. What you'll find is two guys will have lost money and shut down. Four guys will have broken even. Two guys will have done okay. And then two guys will have knocked it out of the ballpark. Same tickers. If you actually look at the crowdedness issue of the hedge fund business, you actually find that at the end of the year, very few people knocked it out of the ballpark. And then it's like a sort of power law distribution, right? And what this teacher says is that to solve for this, to be one of the guys, it's the way that you solve. What do you do with your time, right? What is your time? Learning time management practices, and specifically what I think it is the thing to bring high energy within one unit of time is very, very powerful. You have to know how to do that. Okay. Crawl, walk, run. All right. So this is a portfolio management principle. I learned it studying George Soros. If you look at Soros, the way he invested is he was first very tight at the beginning of the year with his portfolio. He tried to get 7% returns. Once he was up 7%, he would increase some of the position sizing, the leverage that he would use, and he would go to walk mode, right? Once he was up 15%, by the way, I'm using arbitrary numbers. I actually don't know what George's numbers were, but this is for the example. We use a version of that. It's not 715, but bear with me. So crawl mode, you crawl up to 7%. Then you walk to 15%. And then once you're up 21%, let's go. And this is where he would start using a ton of leverage, big position sizes. Let's put 5x RAUM into betting against the pound, and so on. But what would happen if he was in run mode? He would lose money, and now he's only up 15%. He would bring it back down to walk mode. Now, a lot of rookie PMs, what they do is when they start is like, bro, let's go, 250 gross exposure, okay? And then they hit a drawdown, and then they cycle negatively to the downside. Take it easy, okay? As a PM, you start out. You've never run a business before. You've never run a portfolio before. You've never run a team before. You've never managed a group of prima donna analysts before. Take it easy. Slow it down. Lower gross. And then as you get your sea legs, as you get to know how to manage these things, you have management tools in place, and you have early recognition of what problems, opportunities look like in your business. There's some processes that I recommend for that, by the way. I actually may do a talk about that. What are the daily things that you do that sniff out problems when they're small so you can squash them, and then you can take advantage of opportunities when they're small so you can add a little bit of water on them so that it becomes a huge cash tree, right? There are processes you can do for that. Anyways, crawl, walk, run. Excuse me. Jesus, my pronunciation fucking sucks right now. Crawl, walk, run is very valuable.